You have a lot of things happening in the month of September. Okay, NFL is back. You also have the WNBA playoffs taking place in September. But September is a month that also brings awareness to sickle cell awareness month, National Hispanic Heritage Month, and also the month that brings awareness to the second leading causing cancer in men, and that's prostate health. Okay, prostate cancer. 2001, George W. Bush actually stamped it to make it a national month. September is National Prostate Cancer Awareness Month. Okay, I'm going to be sitting down with the CEO and founder of the Salt and Pepper Gang, Rico Davis, and he's going to tell us what he's been up to, what his gang has been up to, how they're bringing awareness to prostate health in the city of Houston, Texas. Salt and Pepper Gang, you're the CEO and founder of the Salt and Pepper Gang. Tell me a little bit about your organization.
The reason I started this group is because what we're doing is what I've been doing for almost over 30 years. I have always been giving back to the community. I've always been looking out to helping single moms just do things that I feel I can do in the community by making a difference with the youth. Because I was once raised by a single mom, so I know how hard it is to be able to get help or someone trying to point you in the right direction rather than listening to a lot of negativity. I used to dye my beard, and I got to the point where when I hit 50, I said, you know what? It is what it is. It's a distinguished look, and I'm going to keep it like that. So Salt and Pepper Gang is a group of distinguished gentlemen who are respected in the community, teaching young men first how to dress properly, because image is everything. And when you look at today's youth, you look at the way a lot of them dress when it's going for interviews. So being able to teach a young man how to tie a tie and showing him how to pull up your pants and wear a belt and be respected in the community, and also how to respect women, and just giving back to the community, just doing our part. That so I'm always reaching out, helping, giving back to the community. So I said, you know what? Why don't I start creating a group of brothers where we can reach more people? And it didn't take long for me to look, because a lot of the guys I kind of played ball with them, and I just remember I was bringing the idea to a couple of the guys that I hoop with, and I say, man, I want to make this something big, but I don't want to be just a group of men that's walking around on social media. I said we got to be more than that. I said, but what we will do, because a lot of the videos that we post goes viral, I said let's use that platform to get the attention of what it is that we really do. And
Right.
that's how it's been. We received Lifetime Achievement Award signed by Joe Biden. We received Rest in Peace. We received award from Sheila Jackson Lee just for outstanding work in the community. And the list goes on and on and on.
Do you have to be salt and pepper to get a part of this gang? Like, what's the initiation? What do we have? What are the qualifications to be a part of the Salt and Pepper Gang?
We're not looking for men with just a beard. There's millions of men with just a beard. We need to know what it is that you're doing and how you can give back to the community, making a difference, trying to make an impact in the lives behind us, and just, character as well. All those things play a role as far as being an SPG member. And also, you got to have a little swag. That's also part of it. But just having fun with it and giving back to the community. That's all.
Absolutely love that. Is there an age requirement on this Salt and Pepper Gang?
No, there's not an age requirement. Now, keep in mind, we also have another group. It's called SPGEXT. That's an extended version of us. It's usually the men that's between 25 to 35 years old that we can kind of groom into being those distinguished gentlemen. So one day when we 80 to 90, when we can't do it anymore, that's the younger generation that's carrying the torch.
Before we talk about prostate cancer, I do want to go back a little bit and talk about some of the work that you guys are doing. You visit nursing homes, and not only do you support men and young men and be an example for them, but you support women too. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yes, what we do, usually doing either like Mother's Day or Valentine's Day, we will select a nursing home to go to. And we would go in there and we would give every woman roses, flowers, and balloons to make them feel special and to see the smiles on their face. And you got to remember, we smiling just like they are, because I don't have a grandmother and some of the other guys in the group don't have a grandmother. So to be able to go in this place and give these ladies roses that we don't even know, but to see their face lights up, because we talk to the manager at these nursing homes and they say, their family ones, their loved ones don't come and visit them,
Mm.
because people get so caught up into their own personal lives, and they'll try to get to them whenever they can get to them. But to be able to surprise these ladies when we walk in, and we come in there with some suits and some fedora hats, and these ladies, they face light up. And one thing I can say about older ladies, they say whatever is on their mind. But it's all
Right.
fun though. It's all fun, and it makes us feel good too. So we have no problem giving back.
I'm pretty sure you excite them in more ways than one. Uh, that's amazing. Now let's talk prostate cancer. When you look at the age range that it typically affects, 65 to 68-year olds, why have you actually, you're at least 10 years away from that. Why have you actually put yourself in the forefront, you and the Salt and Pepper Gang, to take on Prostate Cancer Awareness Month and do this big walk here that's taking place in Houston?
We are trying to bring more awareness. Myself dealt with this 2 years ago. Again, I felt like I was young, I'm strong, I'm Superman, but it doesn't matter. I feel like I do all the right things as far as my health wise, but it's more than that.
Can you give us the age you were when that took place?
I was right at 50.
And you were diagnosed with prostate cancer.
Yes. Uh-huh.
And so you are a prostate cancer survivor.
Yes. So
Okay.
I went through, because I guess when you have it early, you have an option to go through radiation or have the surgery. So I reached out to other men, and I spoke with a man who did surgery, and I spoke with a man who did radiation. So
Mhm.
I hear their story, but at the end of the day, I had to make a decision that was going to be best for me, and I decided to do the radiation.
Okay.
And for the radiation, for me, for 3 months, 5 days a week, 7 o'clock in the morning, I was there. Didn't complain. I did what I had to do because I knew this is what it's going to take. And then after my 3 months, I was able to ring the bell. And I remember vividly because I had my two boys with me, and I had one had his shoulders on my one had his hand on my shoulder, the other had his hand on his shoulder, because to me it was a generation, because I know they're going to remember one day when they get in their 40s that I saw what my dad did. And you get to ring the bell 3 times. On my first ring, it was for me and my sacrifice of getting up every day. On my second ring, it was for all of the people who prayed for me, my family and my friends. And on my third ring, it was for all of the men who never got the chance to ring this bell.
Okay. I love that. That's very powerful.
And I felt like I need to bring this awareness, because when I dealt with it, I started doing my research, and I found out that there's like 70% of men that are dying because it's silent, because nobody is talking about it. So let's start talking about it so people can be more proactive and start getting tested early. Early detection saves so many lives. And since I dealt with this, and even before then, when I was in my 20s, I do remember, talking to an older guy at that time. I think he was like 40 something years old. And he was just like, hey, man, you got to make sure you check your prostate. And, at that time, I didn't think what it was. And I was like, oh, that's for old people. I don't have to worry
Right.
about it. But you keep living, because the old folks used to always tell me, keep living. Well, I have been living, and now I'm at that age. And honestly, doing my research, men should check at the age of 40. Just go and get checked. If you keep living, the time will catch up with you. So to be proactive, try to remember at 40, let me at least go and get checked.
Here's a couple of things that I'm seeing also when I did my research. Obviously, I'm not a man, but my grandfather was diagnosed with prostate cancer. He didn't die from it. He was a survivor. But one of the things that I have seen is that there's so many variables when it comes to prostate cancer. Like, they're still researching to see if activity, obesity, HPV could be a cause of prostate cancer. There's still so much research that needs to be done. America is a youth obsessed nation. We are so obsessed with being young that we do not look at aging as a process, and we do not take steps to prevent issues that come with aging. And Black men, especially Black men, but men in general, they do not like going to the doctor. We're still fighting with that, especially Black men. And you being 50 years old and 15 years away from when prostate cancer actually had, that's the age, 65, you're 15 years away from that. What's your opinion on how can we have more, more preventative measures taking place?
Bringing awareness. Keep talking about it. Because I did a video, me talking about, as a matter of fact, I just shared it on my social media page. Um, there are men who I haven't spoken to in almost 15 and 20 years said, thank you. Thank you for that video. Because if I never saw that video, I would have never went and got checked. And there were some men that said, yes, I got prostate cancer. And there were some men that said, I don't have prostate cancer. But for the ones that did have it, but didn't know they had it, but never went and got checked, can you imagine how far they could have been long gone? Because there's nothing worse than going and get checked for the first time when you kept telling yourself, let me check, and it has spread and you at the stage 4. At this point, you just praying there's a miracle.
Right.
So because I'm a man and I hear other men say things like, I don't want to go, I don't want to hear bad news. It's better to hear bad news early than bad news late. So we just need to do what we need to do. Don't think about us. Don't think about ourselves. Think about our loved ones. That's what we need to start thinking about. If more men would think about our loved ones, we'll go to the doctor.
I love that. Now let's talk about your walk. Okay. You adopted a park.
Yes.
The Salt and Pepper Gang adopted a park. Tell me about
that. We also speak at, Morehouse College, and to be able to speak at a school where we know Martin Luther King attended, it's an honor to be able to go on the park. It's a Martin Luther King park. And when you get on that park, the first sign that you see, they have a sign up there. It says Salt and Pepper Gang empowering the youth. So it's an honor to be recognized for the amount of work that we do in the community. On this park, we do community work. And one of the events that we're excited about, which is this Saturday, is the Prostate Cancer Awareness Walk. To me, it's like my baby, because I feel like we're making milestones and getting in the right direction to bring more awareness, because we're going to walk through neighborhoods. It's a 5K walk, so we get to walk through neighborhoods, and I know people are going to be like, oh my God, what are these people doing? And this is for the people that don't know or haven't seen it on social media. It's bringing awareness when you have people. I don't even know how many people come in. I don't know the day off, but to be able to see a group of people walking the street bringing awareness for prostate cancer, that's a milestone. This will be our first annual prostate cancer walk. There's a lady that says she's bringing a guy out there who's right now dealing with prostate cancer. He can't walk, so I'm assuming they may bring him to the park. He can kind of sit and relax, and they're going to walk for him. So, I mean, I'm hearing different stories of why people are coming. I have never walked before. There are some people that I spoke with said they never walked before, but they're going to do it. It'll be Saturday, September the 7th. I suggest to Google Martin Luther King Park, Conroe, Texas. It will give you the address, and I believe it's 1001 M.L.K. Drive. But if you Google Martin Luther King Park, Conroe, Texas, you'll see it. Registration starts at 8 o'clock. I suggest getting there at 8 o'clock, but we're going to start the walk at 9 o'clock. When you do your registration, you're more than welcome to do your registration online, and please put your shirt size at our website at saltandpeppergang.com. If not, when you get there, you register. It's $40 and you get a t-shirt, hoping that you register early so we don't run out of shirts. Houston has been showing us nothing but love and support. Myself with another SPG member, and I also collaborated with the African American Male Wellness Agency. They're now providing screening for all men, and I'm excited about it.
I'm excited too. Also, we do know that September is a sickle cell awareness month as well. It is not a black and brown disease. You guys know that I am passionate about sickle cell. It is a blood disease. And so I spread awareness all the time about sickle cell, but you are also involved.
Yes. See, once again, Salt and Pepper Gang is involved because Salt and Pepper Gang will be a part of the celebrity golf tournament, which is September the 17th.
Right. Salt and Pepper Gang is going to be there teeing off at 8
You
a.m.
know,
playing celebrity
you
golf.
know, when I leave there, they're gonna call me Tiger Wood. Watch.
Well, I will definitely be there as well. I
Okay.
cover everything that they do. That's how I marry passion and purpose together. That's my way to volunteer with the As One Foundation. So I can't wait to see the Salt and Pepper Gang there. Give us
Yes.
that website one more time, Rico.
Salt and Pepper Gang website is www.saltandpeppergang.com. You're going to see a donation button. You just click on the donation button, make the $40, and please put your shirt size.
Rico Davis, CEO and founder of Salt and Pepper Gang. Thank you for talking with Totally Randy.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Okay, you guys, make sure you go ahead and follow the Salt and Pepper Gang. If you want to register for their walk, their prostate cancer awareness walk, September the 7th, that's Saturday. It kicks off at 8 a.m. And make sure you go to saltandpeppergang.com. I'm going to drop it below in the comments, so make sure you guys go there, okay? I am Totally Randy, and I'll talk to you later.